hello. Happy Friday, you guys. How's everybody doing? Hello, Gwen, broke cowgirl. Hello, Lisa Colovi. I love you to the moon and back and forever. Hey there, Holman's Homestead. Hey, Sparkman. Hey, Tony, our cabin in the woods. Not looking good for her right now. Is that me, Sparkman? Trying to get through the comments real quick. Doing good, Holman's doing good. Thank you. Hey, my wild home. Hope you're doing well. Doing well. Thank you here. Hey, Rebecca, touched by yarn. Oh, our governor. Don't say that, please. Please don't say that. We need her. We need her. Hey, Mountain Grandma. So I'm going to keep this a quick one, probably about a half hour, just because I'm exhausted. I'm tired. We've been running around, getting stuff done. And, oh, sorry, Gwen. Sorry, your rain was minimal. Well, I'm glad you got it, though. Yeah, absolutely. We butchered the last of our Cornish cross today, which we were really glad to do. We tried to do that last weekend, but we had some thermometer issues. So weird that one of those mechanical thermometers would die with the turkey cooker. Crazy. Feel better, Ariella. No worries at all. Feel better. Just go relax. Go get some rest. I just want to go back. Hey, Idaho Rogers. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see here. I want to go back to what Sparkman said before I go on. Seems she was caught messing around with, oh no. Not good. Not good. Yeah, the Cornish cross are huge. So ours were, half of them were 8 weeks, the rest were 9 weeks. We started with 50, like I said, and we were down to 38, but we really only we'll put in the freezer 37, because with the thermometer issue, for the first time ever, we botched one and cooked it a bit too long trying to scald it. And I was not happy. I will tell you that right now. But it is always good to have meat in the freezer. I agree, Tony. We just plugged in our third freezer because we have a pig coming. We ordered from a local rancher. We have a cow coming from a local rancher to get us through until the pigs are bigger next year. And it worked out well. But it was nice. We got everything done today really quick. I think it took us 3 hours, mainly 1 hour to clean up. The rest was butchering. So that was really well. Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to be rude. And then we picked up 2 cases of produce. We have 25 pounds of carrots from the bulk order and about 25-pound case of tomatoes. So guess what we'll be doing tomorrow? So I thought it would be really good to talk about all the food preservation methods and what you guys are doing. Sparkman, I also just found out that farm land prices in the county I'm in are running about $10K an acre. Oh yeah. Look up Custer County, Sparkman. Look up Custer County. And like I always say, when they are outside of, like way out there, and you see something cheap, there's no water. So take a look at the wide range of prices here. You will choke. We've seen it anywhere from 15,000 to 45,000 an acre. It's insane. Oh, that's Diesel drinking water. I heard a noise. So anyway, so tomorrow we are going to be pressure canning carrots. We're going to do the raw pack, and we're going to have 2 pressure canners going. And I had a question for you guys. So I never have enough jalapenos for cowboy candy, and I really want to make it. And nope, Custer County, South Dakota, Idaho Rogers. And if you look at the recipes and they talk about, all the pounds that you need and stuff like that, and I realize you can bring it way down, have the recipe and all that kind of stuff. I have like 6 ounces. And then I had some frozen ones and stuff like that. Hey, Holistic Heritage, hope you're doing well. And so I have like 6.9 ounces of jalapenos. So I found a recipe for refrigerator cowboy candy. You cook it, obviously, the brine on the stove, and then you put it in a mason jar and it stays for 4 weeks. And then you can start to eat it after 4 weeks. Anybody ever done that before? Probably not, because y'all probably grow enough jalapenos to do it. I bet you are, Tony. 87 jars. That's like a dream for me. We never have enough produce for all that. That's why I buy from the bulk canning order, because when they have the fresh produce, I take advantage. And the carrots we did the green beans and the sweet corn. We have tomato sauce, and we're going to do crushed tomatoes because I didn't freeze them yet or anything. So I'm going to do that as well. But every little bit helps. So, hey, Farm Fresh, hope you're doing well, Alicia. So that'll be exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. So Tony mentioned it. He is done with his canning, and he had 87 jars. So I know that a lot of you are canning. I know Holman's Homestead, Gwen, Broke Cowgirl, and so on and down the line. Everybody's canning. What are some other food preservation ways that you guys are doing, like pickling, dehydrating, that kind of thing? I'm just curious. Hey, Colleen, hope you're doing well. Yeah, Gwen's been done with canning since the last tomato. Yep, that's awesome. But yeah, I'm just curious. Is anybody doing dehydrating and stuff like that? Or you have stuff in the freezer you have to can? Yeah, I don't blame you. Wait till it's cooler. Hey, Vase Place. Yep, you do freeze drying. Me too. We talked about doing some freeze drying of the carrots. Ryan likes canned carrots. He likes mushy carrots. So, but the other thing that I was going to try was last year I freeze dried all of our potatoes, and they did really, really well. This year Ryan wants to can them, so we're going to try and do some of that. Bury the potatoes below the frost line. Oh yeah. I had to prune our potatoes because they were still green, and I'm trying to get them to die off, and they're finally dying off. So now we're just waiting for it to dry up, because every night, the night before we process, it rains. It is so crazy. But let's see. Life in the Piedmont. Hello, Tina. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Colleen. Hope you're doing well. Tina's been dehydrating. Let me go back up to Mountain Grandma. She's dehydrating basil. I'm going to be canning some salsa with the tomatillos and green sauce. Tomatillos are doing well for us. That's awesome. I made a bunch of salsa. One was like a Mrs. Wages, and I froze it just because we did start another freezer up. We have the room. And then I made one with some of the serranos because I had a neighbor. It was actually the people I visited with the piglets who gave me a bunch of serrano peppers, and we made hot sauce, not fermented. It was like a quick recipe hot sauce. And then I made a tiny batch of salsa with our small tomatoes, because I can get the immersion blender in there and not have to worry about peeling them. I got to get my sage picked and dehydrated for Thanksgiving. Oh, absolutely. They said I can't eat raw carrots. Found out if you eat raw carrots that have been freeze dried, I can eat them and love them. That's awesome. I freeze dried purple carrots from the farmer's market, purple and yellow. And let me tell you, they look great in the jar and they tasted really good in the recipe. Let's see here. I did a video on my potatoes, on what was getting soft and dehydrated, and then made instant potatoes with them. I remember that, Tony. That's awesome. Last year I did our whole harvest, and I did shredded, sliced, diced, and mashed potatoes in the freeze dryer, and they were amazing. We loved having them for ice fishing. Right now I have lemon balm and yarrow in the freeze dryer. Lisa, can you hear me now? Lisa Colovi, I'm going to go down real quick. I want to make sure you can hear me. Somebody will just tell me that. So weird. Lisa Colovi said no. Other people said yes. How is that? Is that better? Lisa, did you hit your mute button or turn your phone down by mistake? I'm wondering. Bro Cowgirl, you can't hear me either? Vay, is it? Oh, okay, Vay, you didn't mean me. Okay. So Lisa Colovi, you can hear me now? Is that it? I just want to make sure. I usually try to lower things because I have a big mouth. Okay, everybody else can hear me. I just want to hear if Lisa Colovi can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Gotcha. All right, let me just go back up. Sorry about that, guys. Lemon balm and yarrow in the freeze dryer. What do you do with your lemon balm, Vay's Place? Because I was going to infuse mine in oil for soap. I've been researching trap crops for leaf-footed bugs on the tomatoes. Turns out they like a certain kind of sunflowers. Interesting. My next trip at the end of the month to PA, I'll be picking up more tomatoes, apples, peppers, carrots, and more potatoes to can dehydrate. That's awesome, Tina. That's awesome. Sparkman, is it too loud? If you infuse it in oil for soap, you need to dehydrate it first or freeze dry it. I thought so too. Someone said that I would be able to cook it in the oil and have it infused. So I guess if you want to freeze dry it or dehydrate it, this is what they told me. If you freeze dry it or you dehydrate it, you can dump it in the oil and let it sit in there for several weeks. Whereas if you want to do an instant infusion, you could put it in there live and you can cook it, is what they're saying. I don't know if that's true. Someone sent me how to do it. Vay's Place. I use it for tea as well as having it available in case of my friends get cold. So nice. That's a good idea. Okay, thanks for the feedback, guys. That's awesome. Yeah, so we've been doing freeze drying. We've been doing some canning. We've been doing all different things. So that's been really cool. The problem with that, cooking it in oil fresh, is you don't know if you've gotten rid of all the moisture in the leaves. Okay. That's no sweat for me. No sweat for me to lemon balm, Monica. Hi, Monica, Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Lemon balm. I am going to freeze dry it then, or dehydrate it, whichever one. Monica from Bland's Promised Land Ranch is a lurker. Okay, so Mountain Grandma said put it in a double broiler, slowly warm it. Okay. Let me just go back up. Thanks, Tina. Yeah, they came out really well. We were very excited with the uniformity of all the chickens this year. We really improved upon that last year, and this year we added another feeder because we originally had 50. And so we were really excited that we only had one that was smaller, but not a runt. So that was really cool. I'll probably do a video on it. I didn't do video of the processing. I just took some pictures of them, and I'll let everybody know the weights. But I actually was thrilled they weren't 10 pounds because that's a lot of food for us to go through. So I was really excited that they were just a uniform weight and they made it through and everybody's doing fine. We had one that looked like it had a broken leg. It was very strange, yet it was acting normal. So bizarre. I just want to go down. Been following Barbara O'Neill and learning about poultices and tinctures. Gotcha. Or a lip balm. Nice. Yeah, that's an easy way to do it. Oh, that's really cool. So it feels really good to have the meat birds checked off the list. And tomorrow the turkeys leave the farm. They're getting picked up, and I'm very excited about that because the little piglets, that barn will be cleaned out, and the little piglets will be in that barn, like I said in my video. And then the farrowing barn is getting dismantled and moved. So that'll be a good thing. The turkeys, I'm not upset about. It's not like Sherman. I just want to be clear. It's different when Sherman left. Yeah, it's going to be quiet. I know. Leanne said she's going to miss the turkey gobbles. But it's funny because they are molting right now, and Custer looks pitiful. Hey, Andale, hope you're doing well. They break a leg when they get real big. It's so weird. I mean, they're not massive, so it's so bizarre. Tony, so bizarre. And I was telling Ryan about what you did, Tony, because you had a great idea the way your setup was. He had his setup, say, in a row like this, and he had the plucker, and you got to go see his video. But what was really cool about it was he had dug a ditch to put all the feathers in, which was a really neat idea. So I really like that. So that was really cool. So what other ways are you guys preserving? Anybody making anything unique or excited about doing something? Hey, Broken Hearts. Hope you're doing well, Gail. Yes, Ariella, we will have more rooms, so we're real excited, and it'll be less animals over winter, which will be nice. We're going to take Norman and move him in with Grant in the summer pasture. So that way the two of them get used to each other, and then that way that pasture in the middle gets a break until we have to worry about freezing water. Then we'll move them back over there. I have some skulls to get ready for Halloween. That's awesome. And I saw Vay's place that you also do quail and rabbits. That's really cool. I love it. Yeah, we did turkey last year, and it's just like last year we did it, and we still have turkey because we just don't eat a lot of it. Tony has pigs going to the freezer camp October 10th. Holman's Homestead is making grape freezer jam and grape juice right now. That's awesome. And let's see, Tina said something. I'm using my Wallaby bags and extending the life of beans, rice, sealing them up and putting them up. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to take some of the dried beans. We got a deal on black beans last year, and we vac sealed them dry. And I think what I'm going to do is can some over the winter. So that way they're ready to use. They don't need to be soaked and all that kind of stuff. So I wonder if there's just because you guys know it more than me, I have to do all the research on it. But for black beans, is there a ball approved recipe for like some kind of seasoned black beans? I'm just curious. We processed 4 turkeys last year, had one left in the freezer. Daughter cooked it last week. Thanksgiving in September. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. That's the thing. Turkeys are really, really huge. So, we make them for like Thanksgiving. We make them for Christmas, but it's just the two of us. So, yes, I've canned them too. I soak my beans first before I can digest. They're easy to digest. Yeah, I'll have to look in the Fiesta beans. That's a good idea. Yeah, I wanted to do some plain and I wanted to do some with seasoning. And the reason why I wanted to do some plain is because we do make black bean burgers. Or that's a good way to use them up, is what I should say. So, but yeah, maybe I can do Fiesta beans. Yeah, I'll soak them before I do that. And I think soak them with bacon just because it breaks up is it the sugar? Yeah, and Monica, we're gonna do Ryan wants to do the potatoes from the garden, canning them this year. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm not a bean person either, but you have to think back. These were bought when there were shortages, and these were dirt cheap for 50 pounds. And I thought, we're going to have lots of beans for protein. Make twice the amount for your meals and freeze dry the leftovers. Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea, Vay. I do that a lot of the time. Black bean hummus. That's a good idea. I like that. Usually I do make leftover, and I have to say I'm so lazy. I don't freeze dry it, but we eat it the next day. So, so, but I do love the freeze dryer. I feel that we have gotten so good at like reducing our food waste here. We hardly ever have any now, and I love it. Black bean dip. Ooh, nice. We have used them in chili also. Oh, that makes sense, Faye's Place. That makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why we butcher our chickens whole. There's only 2 of us, right? So what we do is we butcher it whole. We don't waste time with parting it down. And then what we do is we end up defrosting it in the fridge. And then I take it out when it's ready. And what I do is I part it out then. And I leave the breast on the bone like a hotel breast turkey. And what I do is I cook the wings and the legs, the whole leg quarter, and cook that one night. And then I cook the breast on the bone the next night. And it's really easy. And we really love it. And then, like, if we had a turkey and there was leftover, I'd make like a casserole out of it. Yeah, it is important, reducing food waste. I agree. Black bean refried beans. Ooh, that sounds good too. See, this is why I ask you guys. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, well, Monica, we're going to have 2 pressure canners going this weekend. We're going to have the regular one and the Nesco that is behind me for the carrots and get that all done. I don't know if you were here, Monica, when I said I bought the bulk produce, so that was pretty cool. So what are you guys up to this weekend? Tell me. I want to hear. No beans and chili, right? Turkey cooked on the grill with Italian dressing as a marinade first, the barbecue sauce after it gets done. It's good stuff. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We have done that with we've done that with chicken. Save all the buns when you're eating. Save all the bones when you're done eating. Throw them in the freezer. When you get a couple gallon bags full, you can put them in the oven. And I'm waiting for the next. Hey, SD Mountain Man, chores for winter or since back to work? Okay. Hope you're doing well, Scott. Mountain Grandma's on day 3 of a 3 fast. Ooh, I'm sorry. That's rough. And Dale's still with the Grands. Head home on Sunday. Oh, you can brown them and make a bone broth. Yes, I always make a bone broth out of my carcasses. Unless I have too much bone broth, then what I end up doing is I give it to the chickens, admittedly. I totally give it to the chickens, and they love it, just like Tony does. Let me go back down. Trying to chat is jumping here. Okay. Yep. We get about 3 or 4 meals out of it for us, which is really cool. Yeah, the egg layers love the carcasses. Mountain Grandma, I got to give you kudos. I don't know how you do that. Spartman's taking my mom grocery shopping tomorrow, and on Sunday, my wife and I are going to Sioux Falls to see Rain Man. Have a good time. We had to put out hay for the cattle tonight, so it'll be a weekend of winter planning. Gotcha. You had another breakout today? Oh, man. Well, Monica, Fiona broke out again. Good old Fiona. She is the pig with the worst recall ever. Holman's Homestead, work on the side-by-side, cut wood, go get feed, waiting on man to contact me about 2 hogs. Nice. Broke cowgirl. It was grandparents' day at school today. Had to eat a school lunch. Ugh. Oh, no. Hey, CB, Hugo Homestead. Make a bone broth stock out of all the bones and scraps. We do the same thing with crab shells. Nice. Yep. That's a good point, May. That's a good point. Yeah, I know it is, Mountain Grandma. Can you believe it's 35 years since Rain Man came out? Wow. Plan is to finish the chicken area, get them out where they belong. That would be great. Cleaning chicken coops. Yeah, I have to do that too. Boil the carcasses and the bones and all that. We give the rest to the chickens. Yeah. So what we end up doing is, or what we have to do, I should say, is we have to, once the turkeys go, we're going to cut the wire off the top so we can stand up in that pen. And then I'm going to be cleaning out that coop. And once I get it nice and clean, I am going to pressure wash it with a vinegar solution and give it a good rinse before we put the piglets in there. And then we will attach an electric net fence for them to get out of the pen. And then after that, we got to move to the chicken coop, and we need to do the same with the chicken coop. That needs to be pressure washed and cleaned. And then we have to work on our fencing here. We have to shore up our fencing because Fiona's done a good job on it. After the chickens, oh, wait a minute. I missed something here. Oh my, it was my troublemakers that broke out too. I had a 13, 11, 9-year-old help me mend 3. Oh my gosh, I'd be impressed with your boys too. Fiona ran down the driveway, Monica, towards the neighbor's house and almost to the road, even though I had a feed bucket in my hand. She's a nightmare. She's the only one that will not come to you unless the feed bucket is under her face at all times. After the chickens eat the post-boiled bone scraps, blah, 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 the remaining bones become part of the compost system. Yep, absolutely. Great for soil development. Yep, it's never ending. Never ending. Fencing concrete works good. I know. We have to do some preparation for that. That's what I want to do. She is a stinker. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. She is a total stinker. Norman gets out, but if I call him, he'll come running over because I have a bucket. Fiona, off and running. See you later. Grant, no problem. Big old boar. Get him right back in there. So, oh, that'll be fun. You'll be able to get creative with feeding the worm bin. Nice. So did everybody tell me what they were doing this weekend? I know a lot of you did. I'll give you guys a minute. If anybody else wants to tell me what you're up to this weekend. We're going to be hitting the ground running tomorrow morning, but that's normal for homestead life. So I know I like that the people are coming to get the turkeys early in the morning. See, it goes to show you females are trouble. Yeah, they are. Sig digs and he hits the concrete and moves on. Good. Keeping the grandson tonight and tomorrow, then who knows what I'm going to get into. All right, well, we know you're going to be out of trouble for a little bit while you have your grandson. Have fun, CB. That sounds fun, camping one night this weekend. Annie at our urban homestead, Annette, is going to plant some cucumber seeds. Good morning. Happy 34th anniversary, Tina. That is awesome, Life in the Piedmont. I love it. I hope you guys have a great time and congratulations. That's wonderful. That's so great. Well, guys, I am whipped. Oh, wait a minute. Vay's Place is having a live stream in the morning, then is putting together another rabbit cage and breeding a doe. So check out her live stream. But that sounds great. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. I am whipped, and it's going to be a great weekend, right? When the food goes on the shelves, it's a great weekend. Bulk pig feed. Yes. Enjoy. Have a great weekend, Monica. Everybody, I'm going to get going. Thanks for putting up with me doing a short one, but I'm just tired. So have a wonderful weekend. Love to all of you and have lots of fun. Take care, y'all. Bye. Thanks for coming.